Welcome back to another Advanced Wars by Web replay review. And we have a massive replay today. For you see, I grew up playing Dual Strike. And in Dual Strike, there's a level where you have to fight against Jugger and the Drake clone. And as a kid, I really struggled with that level. And I was probably just being dumb. But because of that level, I developed this deep, burning, wrathful hatred towards Drake. And so when my opponent picked Drake, I took it personally. But my opponent is no slouch himself. And I think he's like 1050-ish now. I don't know what he was at the time of this game, but he is pretty good. And will I be able to overcome with Giga Chad Andy? Will I be able to overcome my childhood rival, or will Drake and his muffin top reign above me again? And will I be crushed under the weight of this commander? Pun absolutely intended. I do not like this man. All right. So we have a typical opening here, just going for the factories. And yeah, I mean, this is all pretty standard. He decides to go for the comm tower right away. And this is a bit of an inaccuracy because you don't really need to, like, I mean, these comm towers are a little, like, forward, but they are, like, still very safe. So he could have easily just gotten this city and gotten the comm tower with the next guy. And then you get the city a couple turns earlier. Hey, that's like, 2,000 more income you're getting that you're not getting with this comm tower. And there's no urgency to get the comm tower because we're not fighting anything and you're not Javier. So, okay, so I decided to go for the city because I am a Giga Chad. I don't need comm towers. Who needs them? Who needs extra attack? All right. And I studied this map, and I know you go for the day 6 airport. Every pro in the A Mariner Cup or whatever tournament that this map was in, the day 6 airport, every single one. So I'm like, I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna go for the day 6 airport. And now he also knows what he's doing because he opened up artillery on the strong side. Every single game I looked at, artillery on the strong side. Good play by him. And now he's going to deny this city from me, and he is going to get this one. But as a student of this map, I knew that this would eventually fall and be mine, and this would eventually fall and be his. So I'm okay with giving it up to him a little early. But let's see what I can cook up. I do my own artillery on the strong side. I'm also a student of the game just like him, and I build a recon. The recon can all the way reach the city and interrupt this. I can stall the city for one more turn, and then I have this guy threatening both. But I mean, he's not going to be able to do anything. So he decides to move up, and he's not going to get on this city. He's just going to have his artillery protected. Okay, fair enough. So he's got this guy protecting this city, artillery protecting this city, and he's going to pounce on it. I think everything else is pretty standard. I put my artillery over here, gotta nestle it in the mountains, and I start this city, and I'm like, okay, he takes a shot, like, I can overall win this because I have the terrain advantage, and the recon is close, so maybe I can cook something up, and he decides to capture the city. His artillery's protected, he's got a mech backing it up, this big giant bazooka ready to blast my recon to smithereens. And now he opens up a tank. And tanks are absolutely the way to go on the weak side. Because the weak side terrain isn't as good for artillery. I mean, maybe you could put an artillery here or on the HQ, but it's just not as good. And it's way better for a tank. And all the pros are doing that too. So I also built a tank because, I mean, you need something more than just artillery. And then I'm going to build a tank over here probably. Okay, and now the fight for this city has begun. We crash in with the penguin over here, and I'm gonna try and take this city. And he's obviously gonna get this. I interrupt just to stall that city for one more turn. My recon's gonna get blasted. I don't know if it's worth stalling the city for a turn or two with this for sacrificing his 4,000 recon, but you know what? It's worth it. And then I played against Mangs. And I might show that game, but probably not, because it was a really crazy, well, not really crazy, but Mange just kind of blundered the opening and resigned like on like day 11, and I don't like want to show that game because it just was not very good. It's not content. But I did play Mangs, and Mangs did this to me too on a different map. But he did this to me, and then I watched a video of him saying he learned it from Degis. So it's got the Mangs and Degis stamp of approval. So I'm not considering this a blunder. Um, but yeah, so I guess I'm kind of legit because I beat a YouTuber, an actual real YouTuber, unlike me. Um, all right, so now he's fighting over here. He is not letting me take his city, and we are going to just fight back. Bang, bang! Infantry falling left and right. This city will be mine regardless of what happens. Another infantry gone. My penguin, having done his job, backs off. Other penguins march. And I have another tank backing up. We have a nice little tank formation, but he has a tank chain. But that's okay. All I'm fighting for right now is this city. Infantry goes to the mountains where it can like protect and also come over here threaten that city. Excuse me. I only ever hiccup when I'm recording. Okay, so he is going in. He is going in. He's going to try and take this city from me. Right under my nose, he's going to take it. Nice tank shot on this guy. Knocks him down to a 5. Other tank comes to back him up. Nice little tank chain. Standing on cities. And he is not letting this property go down without a fight. This city has 8 HP. And now he knocks me down to 3. This infantry is going to get blasted by the artillery. But who cares? And now his artillery is going to protect this guy. What can I do to save my city? Well, first of all, I can kill that guy. I can join Cap. So now we have an 8 HP infantry on a 5 HP city. Tank moves up, and I retreat. I concede the city. And I have a nice little horizontal line that he can... It's hard for him to wall break that. And I'm just like, I'm going to give up this city. I'm going to take his city instead. And he is probably going to interrupt this. But you know what? I feel like, okay, I'm going to get one of these two and just start blasting vehicles. And he is pushing in. He's going in. Tank comes in. This guy comes in. Mech is going to sit there. Artillery protects his tank. What can I do? I'm getting blasted over here. And he's blasting me over here too. He's just going in. It's like the Superman movie. And Drake's over there. His fat ass is in the HQ. And he's going, 1A, 1A, 1A. He is just nonstop just taking the fight to me right now. He is not letting me take any territory. He does give that up though. He does give that up. Bang, tank gone. Copter comes in. No anti-air build, and he's not building any copters. I build an anti-air. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna, get this anti-air in case he does build a copter and just like be ahead. And then I totally forgot that Drake gets minus 30% attack on his copters because he got nerfed. And I think this still says minus 20%. Yeah, it's still replay viewer didn't get updated. It still says minus 20%. But I forgot he got nerfed, and that's how just in my head Drake is. So yeah, this anti-air build is a little silly, but at least it will be good against the infantry. And if he does build a copter, then I'm already ready. It will deter him from building copters even more, and I won't have to build any more anti-airs. Bang! One shot of the infantry. And yeah, we're just fighting this, and now I step off the city to get it finished, and this guy is gonna finish what his compatriot has started. We are going to try and get the city next turn. This artillery still protecting, and we all push up. Now you might be thinking, oh, Andy is the perfect counter to Drake because Andy, with his regular power, can heal 2, which is how much Drake does with his superpower. But here's the problem. Drake's powers drain half your fuel and ammo. No, sorry. Just your fuel. They don't drain your ammo. They drain half your fuel, which is really annoying because, you're just like sitting there and then now your copter has like 10 fuel and then it's just going to die. It's just going to explode in the air. And it's just another reason why Drake is stupid and I don't like him. Okay. So he is going to go in, pop an infantry. This tank is going to front shift, which I don't know. If I were him, I would have just kept the aggression on over here. But he doesn't have any counters to this copter, so maybe that tank going there is okay. Nice shot on the tank. Sean shoots the anti-air. And this guy survives with 1 HP. Get out of here, Drake. You're not killing this guy. This penguin is just on a happy feet all over the city, and you will not capture it. Not today, buddy. Not today. This isn't personal. But now he activates his tsunami. So there goes half my fuel, and everything takes 1 damage. Very annoying. Very, very annoying. But what can I do here? I'm going to blast this tank with the artillery. This artillery is putting in overtime. It has just been blasting units left and right. Gonna keep capturing that, which I don't get because he knocked me down to a 9 with his stupid power. And he recaptures this, by the way. So he's up 2 cities now. He's up 2 cities. He has the unit value lead, and we're tied in unit count. We'll shoot the mech, and I do like nothing to it. That infantry does a little bit better. And this copter is going to take a nice free shot on the tank, knocks it down to 5, and this tank comes and finishes it off. I concede the city. The city had 4 HP, and I decide to give it up for the tank kill. And this is something that I do that higher level players don't do. So I guess I'm doing it wrong. Is they will instead kill this guy and leave that 5 HP tank alive because they prioritize cities. In lower elo, I've noticed that that my opponents will overextend for cities. So I'll just kind of like let them get cities and just get a bunch of kills and then just be so ahead in unit count, unit value that I can easily just come back. So I decided to give up this city to get the tank. Probably a mistake. Probably leaving the 5 HP tank there was better and killing that guy. But it is what it is. My 1 HP tank sacrificed itself so this infantry can finish it off. I almost have the hyper upgrade, but I can't really make use of it this turn, so I'm just going to sit on it. And now it's back to Drake. He is going in. Kills a couple infantry, kills like 3 infantry right there. This tank goes back to the HQ to get healed. Anti-air is gone. And now he pops that, captures the city that I let him take. Popping more infantry. He is non-stop aggressing over here, which is probably good because that's a strong side. But now this tank, instead of being on the strong side, he decides to shift it to the weak side and to help out over here. He already has 5 tanks over here because he shifted this tank here from before. He's shifting this tank now. Maybe he put this tank so it can go either way. Like it can be like, okay, if I really need it, I can just continue going this way, or I can go up here. Yeah, I mean, he could still go right here. So that's probably a pretty good, not the worst move ever. Not a bad position for that tank, I would say. This tank goes back to the city, it vacates so this tank can go up there, and he's just going to play defense. He finally concedes this city. I will finally get it. He will no longer be up 4, but we'll see. We'll see. He can still be up 2 and still see if he can hold on to this city, and maybe he can get this city. Maybe he can get the HQ. Who knows? Anything is possible. We're going to knock that city and blast that guy right off the mountain. Gonna blast that guy. Got a little rambunctious, killing some infantry. This copter is gonna front shift. He built an anti-air over here finally, so now my copters just don't have free range over here. But I will be able to kill this guy. So I'll take that. I got that going for me, which is nice. Pop that dude. And yeah, just keep building tanks. You know, just how it goes. Mech goes to get healed. Infantry is taking a shot. And he protects his with everything with this artillery. And I was like, I don't know how we really can push through here. But I don't need to push through here. Because the only city I really can get is this one. Right now I can't get this. I just don't have enough infantry over here to convert. So there's no reason for me to push. Just kill this guy and stay back. Well, hopefully that's what I do. That's what a smart person would do. But he's going in. He's going in. He's going back to the 1A, 1A, 1A. He is just full sending it over here. Knocking down this. Wait, is there a tank here? No, he's just going in on these infantry. Full sending it on these infantry. And that's it. All right. I have to retreat that guy. Bam. Knocks that tank down to 4. Mech finishes it off. And I interrupt this cap. Nice shot on the tank there. His copter is backing it up. He finally built copters now that my anti-air's dead. But I still, at this point, don't remember that his copters have minus 30% attack. So I bring my other copter in to reinforce. I'm gonna shoot that. That infantry's dead, and I just retreat. I'm like, okay, this I built an extra tank here just for insurance. Which, imagine if he had like those two tanks that he front shifted here, which are here and here and here. I don't know if I think that would just be a lot better for him if he didn't front shift over to the weak side a lot, because he can match my two tanks, and he's got the artillery, the anti-air, the mech. I think he'd be a lot more aggressive over here. So we're gonna push, and we got the city, and he is going to go in. Bang, bang. Mech's dead. He's gonna go in on these infantries, which fair enough. Sometimes the strategy is just kill the infantry so that your opponent can't capture anything. He goes in on this infantry, and now look at this nice city shot on the artillery. He knocks it down to a 2. He's crippled my forces over here. And look at this. He moves his infantry over here to wall the tanks in and moves the artillery back to these woods to protect. However, this was an overextension of big time. And I went in the move planner and I sweated it out. I spent more time than I'm willing to admit in the move planner. But first, we hyper upgrade that artillery that you weakened. It's back, baby. This artillery is going to get so much value off of this. Okay, first we're doing the wall break over here. I can two-shot this guy with the extra movement from hyper upgrade. We can scale the mountain, and look at that. There's now a gap. There's a hole in the armor, and now this artillery is getting blasted. Bam, down to 3. This tank can now one shot. Andy is so good. He's so much better than Drake. And this infantry gets shot down to 5. Copter, I didn't want to send it too close. This anti-air is right there patrolling, prowling around, but not anymore because we knock it down to 2. And with the extra, the voice crack, with the extra movement, we're able to hop on this city. Bang! That infantry's dead. Infantry relocates to over here for no reason. Copter takes a nice shot. Anti-air from the base with the extra movement finishes this tank off. Bam! One shot from the artillery onto that 7 tank. It is completely gone. This artillery is putting in so much work. It is low ammo. It only has 2 shots left. This is crazy. And we are going to pick up this tank. Nice high roll from that infantry, knocking it down. This tank goes down to 5. Bang! And now it is gone. Move my infantry over here to kind of block. I don't put it on the city. I put it here to block. Okay, fair enough. I think that was the right play. He has 3 copters over here. And what can he do? His artillery is going to go down swinging. Hits the tank. Pops that infantry. This tank comes in, and we're going to pop some more infantry, and I think this tank should not have been shooting this infantry, but he has to pop it in order to break through. So he's able to do that, get a nice shot on the copter, and there's the Typhoon, the superpower. Drake calls down the rain. Everything now takes 2 damage and loses even more fuel. These units that have been around for forever, this artillery, the MVP of the match, is now down to 11 fuel. Just enough to get him on this city, actually. This copter, down to 13 fuel. But, Drake, I saw it coming, and I built an APC last turn. I'm going to go and refuel this copter with the APC, and I figured this is so worth it. We are going to not have this, this 9,000 value helicopter crash. We're going to build a 5,000 APC and refuel it. So we'll take that. And APCs, I guess, only have 35 fuel, so that's strange. I guess it has 70, and then he knocked me down to half. So, all right. So he goes in with his copters, and let's see what happens here. All right. Day 16, how can we navigate the rain? So the rain in Advanced Wars by Web in Standard doesn't impede vision. It does in Fog. It reduces your vision by 1 in Fog, but in Standard they just left it, which I'm happy about because Drake is the worst. And but it like makes movement on plains and forests more difficult for treads and tires, which is like every vehicle ever. I think air units are unaffected. Bang, we resupply our copter back to 99 fuel, and our APC got resupplied back from the base, so it got back to 70 fuel. We're gonna knock that guy down to a 2, and then we are going to put the artillery. We have to repair this thing and give it more fuel and ammo. It has been putting in overtime. That artillery has like single-handedly won me the game. I sacrificed my copter so I could get a guaranteed kill on that copter. Anti-air, oh, knocks it down to a 1. It knocks it down to a 1, but I think I can finish it off. Infantry goes here to get refueled. Tank's going to finish that off. Yep, infantry comes in, uses the last drops of his fuel to kill that copter. And we're going to take a nice shot there. Bang, he's dead. And we are cruising. We're cruising. He shoots the anti-air, shoots the copter, shoots some infantry, and then resigns. And we have overcome Drake. We have overcome the rivalry plaguing me from childhood. Let's take a look at the stats. This is how I was down. I'm still down 2 cities. I was down 2 cities for 90% of the game. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to win every fight. He just kept going in, and I just was like one of those like training dummies with a really wide circular base that just like you punch it and it just comes right back up. That was basically me, and I'm like, I'm just gonna brawl and win the fight. And yeah, that's what I did. And I mean, he lost his attack over here because he kept front shifting all his tanks. But he lost his attack over here. I'm gonna clean this up, build more infantry, recapture these. I'm gonna clean up over here. This artillery is gonna get refueled, re-ammo, blast this tank. This anti-air is gonna blast that copter. So he threw in the towel, and I thought this was a good game. So I'll see you in the next one.